I wish there was a way,
Why
or I
stay
knew of a way,
earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the
to do
stars?
subtitles for my own
Come to
talking on here.
Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very
Says it
own
right there.
hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world
Minor
to the Halcyon colony.
Colonists unable to be revived. This is so much better here. You can't tell me that whoever designed this character didn't love Back to the Future. That's all I see when I look at him. Phineas Vernon Wells, fugitive, wanted by Halcyon Holdings. Oh my god, this looks so much better on here. Holy crap.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Oh man, do I have to sit here and create my face? Oh no! So I didn't really realize how important this was. Okay, strength affects melee weapon damage and the amount that you can carry, which is important. Dexterity affects the melee attack speed and range weapon reload speed, as well as sneak and lockpick. Lockpick. I don't need more coffee. No. I don't need more coffee. Intelligence, yes. Perception, yes. Charm affects faction reputation and companion ability cooldowns. Also persuade, lie, intimidate, hack, science, and inspiration. Temperament. Improves your natural health regeneration. Definitely want that. Please. She gives me 2 more. And I can see that it gives me literally enough to make everything good, but I don't feel like that's something I want to do here. I do want that to be good, and then I feel like this should be high. My temperament. No, my charm doesn't have to be that great. My temperament should be, I think. Because health regeneration. I'm not really concerned too much about faction stuff right now. I don't remember. I feel like I can add to this later, so. We'll go with next. Okay. Critical chance with handheld weapons. Each point in melee significantly increases one-handed melee and two-handed melee skills up to 50 points each. After that, it's directly added. Right. Okay, so with the way that I did everything, this is what I have. Ooh, what do I want to add 2 points to? Got some low stuff. Medical. Gonna take me a second to actually get going. Leaping is nice. one here.
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
Yeah. And then here.
Reflexes of a bristling canid.
Okay. Aptitude. I think last time I seriously just chose no discernible aptitude. It added 1 to my determination, and that was really it. Jink effect, block, persuade, shock damage, engineering, dodge, and ray damage, food effect, corrosion, inspiration, medical. I'm feeling medical technician or scientist assistant. Maybe inspiration. No, I think I want the persuade. I really think I want the persuade. I feel like my speech stuff was really low last time and it kept running me into walls.
Good. I might require you to push a few buttons.
Yeah, female. Thank you for guessing. Hmm. 15 head choices, and I don't know if I like any of them. So last time I played this, I didn't actually play on my account, and I didn't get to design the person myself. I was using boyfriend's account to play. I feel like that's the appropriate paleness. My green and blue. Really? It's too stunning. That works. It's more like my mom's, but it'll work. It'll work. How? Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. Small! Small! Oh, heck no. Go down. There you go. Big cheeks. 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 Go. Hairstyle. There's a lot of hairstyles. There's 30. Try to get some appropriately curly hair here. Oh, we got into the men's styles. Or masculine styles, I should say. Well, this is what my hair used to look like for years. I guess we'll go with that. Because I definitely don't pull off that. I can't even do that with my actual hair, so we're gonna go with my old hair. Oh, can I at least have some of my color in it? Yeah, I'll go back down to that pink. Where was it? And that one. have my tiny eyebrows? Nay. I am a little picky. No facial hair. No facial hair. Oh my god. It's kind of cute. Yeah. No. Whoa! Deathly. Sepsis. Liver spots. Freckles. That's really fun. That one's my favorite, I think. No dirt. Oh. No matter what, I'm gonna have dirt. Not really. Okay. What kind of scar? What kind of scar do I want? I definitely want a scar of some kind. I think I liked that one. Am I an old lady? Hell no. Alright, next. What's my name? What do we think it is? What do we think my name is? Okay. So this is just me summary. Oh yeah, this is the summary. Okay, so high strength, good dexterity, good basically everything but charm. These are my numbers. I am a cashier that has no supervisory experience. Totally done that in real life. Alright, next.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
See. Such luck. Waking up instead of being in Cairo sleep, possibly going to die. Said that they were unable to be revived.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Bye! We made it! Orbiting laboratory in the Halcyon system.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down to 9%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
You're grounded. That's what that said, basically.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally,
Older than he
reviving
is.
someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
You let me out? Oh, Jesus. That's one way of letting me out. Remember the hope.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
I am admittedly, like, a little confused about this. I think I'll have to, like, actually, when we get to the map, look and see if I can understand how he just dropped me. What?
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Yeah, definitely no sense in
Hawthorne
that.
won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow.
I actually
Like
didn't
I'll have
stare
to
at him
bounty
last
on my
time.
head.
I think I
Shame
just
about
walked
the
off.
whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
So, like, he's literally missing his head. The rest of his body is basically intact, and he's still holding the beacon. That's so ridiculous. Okay. Alright, see, so what I'm a little confused about, and I don't think I, like, necessarily noticed, is was his, like, weird asteroid lab actually over this planet, or how in the crap did we manage to get to where we are? Because the ship doesn't work. Yeah, I know, sprint, but I want to look around and make sure I'm not missing stuff. Does he have anything on him? Thank you. You sniffy? You sniffy? I am not here. Stop looking at me. Look elsewhere. No. I am not here. No. I don't have a weapon to be here. Thank you. All I got was health, not weapon.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
You don't say. Like, that was really annoying in my ears.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped.
a nice
I owe
person.
you one.
I can't.
Hope you
I
don't
can't
mind
be
me
evil.
omitting this little exchange for my
Can't do
report.
it.
Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills.
Injured.
Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns.
With guns.
Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo.
I'm a cashier.
Not counting the bullet in my side. Here,
For
you can have my
reference.
saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community.
I clearly hit my
Edgewater's a
head.
little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Bye.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Hey, buddy, you're the one who gave it to me. You were expecting not to have explosions in your ears. Oh, it's gonna do it again. Hibernation complications detected. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the TTD button slows down the world, giving you time to think, as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your meter very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The meter refreshes slowly over time. My right bumper button. Yay! Oh, I have to hold it. I have to acknowledge it.
Attack! Attack!
Oh, good lord. I didn't immediately hit it properly, but you know, I still hit him. What you got in camp, guys? Ooh, give. More give. Give! Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lockpick skill helps you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks, and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break the security, you will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it'll take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. I'm supposed to need 4 more of those because I didn't give myself a high lock picking. Apparently I don't like myself. Pick up all their supplies because I'm broke as fuck. Can I like actually just open that doing this? No. I just wasted a bullet doing that instead. Okay. Ooh, several of them. on hitting. Rude. Rude. Double click jump. Oh, okay, alright. They were just patrolling. They didn't seem to have a camp. It's not gonna help me here. Oh, man. I keep hitting buttons like this is still a Nintendo Switch controller, and it is not a Nintendo Switch controller.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Yes, ma'am. Oh, good lord.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Worse than
Go on, that
marauders.
rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Because that's worse than marauders.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Oh, man.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
That's an important feature.
Going to find bonus.
Waste of company ammo.
Yes. Give me all the things. Oh, you got nothing. Anything else? Like, what's up here? Is it enemies that for some reason didn't respond originally? No, it's a dead guy. I forgot about primals. I don't like them.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Is it? Is it really gonna take a lot of paperwork? Like, how much paperwork is a lot?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Is that your opinion?
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
You're rude.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion.
She's just like,
Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence.
no.
Jetstream procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to reject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Her disappointed face is still a frown, just with like concerned eyebrows.
I am incapable of accepting orders from
Yeah, she's just,
anyone
like, doing
other
the
than
eye roll
Captain Alex
face.
Hawthorne.
I really like Ada. She's so sassy.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
I guess that's what you could say. Sure.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty.
So
I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
yes.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing.
I think we were
The
supposed to be
main
meeting
drive's
here.
power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
So, like, you didn't mean to land here? Where was he gonna land? Please don't tell me he was gonna land and then put the beacon on top of his fucking ship.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty.
Oh.
High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I think I'm blocking off a little bit of the stuff. I do apologize. I've been promoted. Congratulations, you have enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger and advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be upper management material in no time. Anti-Cleo management training. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill, such as melee, improves all of the specialized skills in that group up to a maximum of 50. We've been told about this. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects can temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. So basically I could wear clothes and it'll add to whatever the heck whatever the skill is, but it's not gonna, take away my ability to unlock stuff. I have 10 points available. Heck yes. Okay, so this needs to go up. 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 This should go up. And, range should go up. Okay. And then weapon management. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by navigating to the weapon and then selecting the weapon slot at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. You are in pain. That's fine. So some of these, intriguingly, can be better than the others. If I recall. Okay. Yes, that works. Journal. power regulator, up codex. What do you want? Oh, jeez. Okay, I really hate having stars, so we're gonna take them away for a second. It's like the basics. Level up, perks unlock, select skills, selecting perk, skill improvements, combat, perfect blocks, time dilation, weapons switching. Cool. Okay, Codex, are you happy now? Why are you not happy now? Why? What are you not happy with me about? Oh. Are you happy now? Yes! We really, really hate it when I have stars. Anti-Cleo Specialized Management. Selecting perks. Welcome to the perk selection. On the screen you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a flaw. I don't think I ever had actually accepted any flaws last time, because they are flaws. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Ah, yes. Okay, I have 1 available. Let's see here. What do I want to spend it on? I think we're gonna go with health for now. My god. Journal. Stop doing this to me. Thank you. I feel better. So much better. Oh hey, I got a good message that I have been waiting for. Something I ordered has moved. Just look around real quick. There's some stuff I can grab.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Cool.
I
Thanks.
suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Oh. Item repair. Keeping your company gear in tip-top shape is expected, and something you're carrying needs repair. Yes, my light pistol. Okay. I didn't realize that I didn't need the workbench if I had engineering skill high enough. Good to know. Let's equip this guy. Cool. Then I guess. Repair, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod or tinkered upgrade. Okay. Well, this guy wants repaired. I don't know why I would repair that right now. Let's be real. Let's go get that engine part that I need instead.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Excuse you.
Oh, by the law. I'm so
lie.
sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road
She
east of
said
here,
that
over
so
past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Like, disappointed and worried and scared at the same time. Pretty sure I said at the very beginning of the accidentally ended early stream that I was trying to quit smoking, and yet in the past probably like 30 minutes I've hit that thing 1,000,001 times. Yes, keep running headfirst at me. I appreciate it. Appreciate it more when you have stuff on you, but okay. Aw, poor residents. Let's go up this hill. I like hills. I like hills a lot better than I like going through valleys. Oh, I am not allowed to go up the hill. Can I go this way? No, I found the wall. They're like, you wanna go around? Sorry. You don't get that option. Is that all I had to deal with on the way back here? It was just those 3? Okay. I'll take it. Graveyard.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
I've dealt with the marauders.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Good job there.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Let's see here. This question?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town.
Freelancer,
Board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
There's a lot of really not okay moral things in this. And that's why when I was talking about playing it originally, I was like, it's a little dark, but it's not really dark. It's just post-apocalyptic almost. Which is grim. It's grim. There we go. This is how I feel about this. You're making people pay for their own graves. I'm pretty sure you still have to pay for your own grave right here, right now. But I don't think you rent them and have to pay every month for it. You know what? I don't have a clue. Everybody that I personally, in my family, like, have had die has been cremated, so I don't know. But I'm still gonna
Company
be like,
policy.
what?
If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
10 feet, not 6 feet. 10 feet under.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Something
Yeah?
else. Let's see.
The colony ship?
Let's see about the Hope.
Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking? All right, easy now. No need to get your hackles up.
No.
Maybe you've been out in the sun too
I'm real.
long. Why
Did
don't
you
you
not
head
see
over
from
to
my
the
username?
cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
You are good at delivering those lines.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Where's the trouble in asking a
Trouble's in
question?
the asking. Boy don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Well, you're rude. I don't like you. You should die. I'm just gonna wander around town with this. I think I am. After I look around first. Okay, yeah, it's gonna say steal on a bunch of this shit. No one's here, so kinda don't care. As long as people don't see you, I don't think that's a problem. But like, what do I know? So I really want to pick that. There's like some stuff I don't feel like I necessarily have to steal from people because it'll just pop up later. Oh, I don't think I've even been in here before. Hello. Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift to you. Selection for the early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the jewel of Halcyon. No spoilers. No spoilers. Zero spoilers. Not gonna say anything. No. Let's see here. From Inhumors Association to the Junior Inhumer. Dear reader, your subscription to the Inhumors Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels Gazette and Quarterly. Human Resources says, Edgewater Cemetery is a property of the Spacious Choice Company. The Spacious Choice family takes care of its own from the cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacious Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms. Complimentary eulogy, courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacious Choice brand gravesite. Theodore Granger, industrial accident, successfully interred in gravesite 13F, paid and accounted for. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand, deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. Ah, so kind. I feel like I needed to know where that person was buried, but I don't remember why. Right. Time to go to Edgewater in the Emerald Vale. Still just walking around like a jerk. I've always been one of those people that likes to look around, see what's what. Damage letter. Anna, your mother passed away from plague. She wasn't chosen to receive medical treatment and failed to recover on her own. I found a site near the ocean to bury her. I know it's company policy to have her buried in the graveyard, but I just can't afford the fees. I'm heading out after dark to put her to rest, say my final goodbyes and all. I know it's dangerous to go alone at night, but I have to chance it. And if you're reading this, I want you to know that your mother was a good person. Don't blame her for what happened. She worked as hard as she could. It just wasn't hard enough in the end. Love, Dad. That's so fucked up. And he's dead. And I don't see her body anywhere. It looks like whoever killed him also died.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
He says excitedly.
Spacer's Choice takes care of its own. Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
I don't want to deal with it right now. I just don't. Hi, Conrad.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
I mean, likely.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I am not gonna head desk. You want to see my hands?
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work.
You sure?
I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's just... It's just fucked up. Spacer's Choice is just fucked up.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
You don't...
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas.
Okay, looks like
I'm open to
God,
suggestions.
Good. I'll think of something.
Much obliged.
Especially because I know that you're hiding something. Jesus Christ. Conrad, the receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Killing yourself is destroying the company's property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us, so I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down by his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry him out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. He's standing right there. Ugh, not worth it. Really just not worth it. Okay.
What can I do for you?
You can pay... Actually, hit this first.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
See, apparently.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon. And if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
That's concerning.
You know about Eugene? How?
You just leave notes lying around.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Ew. What? Family heirloom. Gold teeth were a family heir. Are you telling me that, like, every family member for 3 generations would lose their teeth and then they'd have the gold?
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Bye. Next. Just like avoiding that green dot as much as I can. I really like doing my side quests. I love side quests. It's bad.
I don't know you.
No, you don't.
Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
What about deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
This one. Want to talk to Reed.
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
Have duties.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
Just bye. I don't have words for you right now. I'm gonna need this. I don't remember why, but I know I need it. So I'll just have it now. I don't remember why that's locked. This is that dude's house.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
Heck no.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. she'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all.
Yeah.
Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
What do you want?
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
What are you bitching about over here? Okay. Sorry. Boyfriend has a Tarkov stream with drops going, I think. More questions.
I'll do what I can.
Are there guards?
You will not find any guards within sight of that old
That's basically
place.
the same thing,
Marauders,
Martin.
on the other hand. I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Bye.
So you'll do it then?
Fucking fine.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
I don't even know what a spleen feels like. Grave safety.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He knows.
Look, I got my gravesite keys right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment. I know that.
I'm sorry.
But I got nobody else to turn
It's
to.
7 a.m.
Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
This guy's like the paranoid, cowardly lion. Like, incredibly paranoid, cowardly lion.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Well, I'm pretty sure I already got his fees.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
I mean, fair.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
But what if I want to be implicated?
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
And here we come across you are at the control of a set of train tracks. If you keep it going, it's gonna roll over like 300 people. If you take it to the right, it goes to roll over one old crazy man.
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Nothing I can do about that.
I don't think she's here right now, so I don't want to just like ruin this house.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got him.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
Oh,
You
jeez.
moron.
He is a moron. I agree with that statement, lady. hiding behind here for me? Just a little old me? Heck yeah. What the heck? Oh. That looked like a face. Got some posters over here. Defeat our foes. Dissenters in our midst. Even delete Halcyon. Those are all posters that come up as loading screens too, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so here's the Spacer's Choice Cannery. Oh. Oh. Right. Alright, let's learn some stuff before we go upstairs. Logs. Notice the Edgewater Saltuna canning facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice, schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and or supervisor. Be considerate toward other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. You have to pay if you're sick. It's fucked, in my opinion. Like, why? Everything about like companies and stuff in this is just fucked. Vending machines. Mostly from one company, hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machine. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have a high enough reputation with the associated faction or a hack skill of 40 or higher. So here's things that I can buy. And then these are things I can't buy. I feel like I come across this that I don't need to buy. See. So there's a desk or something, I think, up here that has info. Like I think I want to explore this before I go upstairs, if I remember correctly. Company notifications from the Office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. Symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers, we are expected to face up to reality, and the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. So, incredibly ableist and like completely ignoring scientific fact about immune systems. Nothing to read there. Ooh. Gimme. Thanks. Definitely wanted that book. That's why I wanted it in here. Okay. Person? Phyllis Granger.
You the new worker? Whatever.
I
Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Not a new worker. You can fuck off, Phyllis.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's
If you're not
fees?
familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Because you were
Shame,
his boss?
though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
So, my knee-jerk response is you can't be serious. What are they gonna do? Arrest his corpse? Vandalism, huh? Did you have to clean bits of him off the wall or something? I don't know which one I want to choose. Arrest his corpse.
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it.
That's stupid.
In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Yeah, he was a person, not an asset. It really bothers me that the
Well,
companies look
excuse
at people
you.
like that.
I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I just remembered a glitch. And I'm really, really hoping that it's not something that is still gonna be a glitch here. I think I used that for something later, I just don't remember what. Oh my god. Welcome, Phyllis Granger. From our overlord. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstance, redistribute your ration of medication to any other worker. We are all in this together. Password's Tenderfoot, that's funny. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death to our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. I was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. I don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start? I guess you're not one for speeches. That's for sure. Alright, I guess I'll go upstairs now. Do I want to? Okay, first we're gonna save before I go upstairs. How's that? Sounds like a good idea.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I feel like I've watched something since playing this that I have heard her voice again in, and now I don't remember what it is.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do
I need a new chair.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Because I ain't part of your dang Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
I need repairs.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing.
Oh, that's so much better.
I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
It's not a... This is another one of those. You're in front of the training controls.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
What do you mean, mostly abandoned?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Don't think they'd take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I don't blame them for walking
Neither
out.
do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Don't like this.
I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse.
Maybe I want
We
you to
belong
collapse.
to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide.
Come with me!
I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Pain is a 0 out of 10 thing. I want the company.
Great!
Give
I got my
me the
wrenches
Bavardi.
and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get a move on. Gain a companion. They provide combat support. Their skills enhance my skills. They increase my carrying capacity. And I can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. And then I can hit this button, and this button, and then this button. And wait for it to save. Save. Okay, now. Wait, come back. I wanted to see what required. If there was something in here. No? Okay.
Gonna be okay. favor? You just made me an accomplice to murdering my boss.
I saved.
I can't. I need to leave. I need to get away from here. I need to get away from you. You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose at me? You got a real twisted sense of chivalry, you know that?
Yeah.
Let's just move on. I couldn't forgive myself if I let you loose upon the Vale unsupervised.
I'm so nice. Give me the key. I just want to see what's back here. Also, I really didn't like him. You're reading this, I am no longer the outpost administrator for Edgewater, whether through the shedding of my mortal coil, through natural causes, or through early retirement. No other option. The stewardship of Edgewater has passed on to someone else. You. Hi. But most importantly, it is imperative that you keep the Spacer's Choice family together. Adelaide McDevitt and her followers have taken camp in the old botanical lab. Their place is here, working with us. Adelaide is impervious to reason and refuses to entertain diplomatic overtures. The only way to induce her to coming back is by heading into the geothermal plant, cutting off her plower, and leading her people back to Edgewater. With the power shut off at the botanical labs, feel free to repossess any useful equipment obtained therein, especially power regulators. Postscript, if you do restore the power to Edgewater, would you consider mentioning my name in the Profits report? A little posthumous credit couldn't hurt. Personal password is Spacer Tobiston. Corporate. Your request for additional building materials has been denied. The walls around Edgewater were built 30 years ago by your predecessor. Any alterations, expansions, or repairs to this wall must be signed and approved by your predecessor. If your predecessor is unavailable due to incarceration, re-education, or death, it is your responsibility to obtain a last will and testament demonstrating your predecessor's intentions. Okay. I actually have never just killed the guy, like, straight off, so I don't know if I wanted to do that. Let me think about this really quickly. Like, did I want to do that? I convinced her to calm down, but I don't think she likes me much right now. She looks pretty damn depressed. Oh, man, I feel like... Fuck, alright, I'm gonna save in a different spot. And then I'm gonna load... without having killed him. And though I don't like his ass. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I get another companion before the end of this, so I will try to not have her with me when I kill him, because I want to kill him. I'm pretty sure. He's a dick. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry.
So.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
Why not?
It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Reed is not an honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words.
Fair.
If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
Sure.
Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Yes.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
And that's why I saved, instead of just continuing on. Oh, hold on. Didn't mean to do that again. Anyway, here's her house. You coming into your own home? Come on. There you go. Good girl. She ain't gonna say a damn word. I thought she was gonna say something. I swear to God, she says stuff about her house.
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
There we go.
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
You're with me, woman.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Maintenance Division Personal Terminal. Welcome, Holcomb Robert. Enter keyword for record search or hold down that to close a new entry. Indumati left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and I asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me, and I'll look up and think of you. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Pivardi. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Indumati. Searching. One record found. I sat up last night reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorized. Reckon I'll take the next volume to work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. All the vibe potions. Oh, what was that? I get to a point where it's nothing.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
That's discomforting.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
She thinks.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare.
I mean, why wouldn't they end up staring at you?
Where the magic happens? Well, science. But it still happens.
Alright. Trouble tickets. AG loader. Failure on startup. Turn on engine. Try it again. Try it again. Kick loader. Curse injured toes. I have to enter a minimum 8 steps. Try it again. It makes a rattling noise. Maintenance notes. Dang it, Clancy. I just got you back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Now that you got feet, not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. Sounds like his stator's off access again. We'll clean out and reset. Clancy's got guts all caught and all pulled out, likely on account of somebody trying to restart him over and over again. Need to rewind all the coiling at number 4. Okay, stator's working, but there's something else off. Have to wait until it's quiet and spin him up for a listen. Failure of main cannery production line at heat processing. Steps to reproduce. Start up production line according to schedule. Observe the processing of cans. Follow first batch to heat processing stage. One or more loud popping noises. Smoke, smell, burn of burned cell tuna. Overheat klaxon on monitor 6. Flames jet from exhaust ports. Automatic shutdown. Maintenance notes. Not likely as not. Bess got indigestion from being made to eat something she ain't made to. Again, heading over now. Issue has been open for 0 days. Priority automatically reset to low by executive level admin applied by Thompson R. Look northwise. I said look northwise. Blasted. Useless translator. Near scrap pile. Could be northeast from town, I guess. Observe mechanical. Clanking about all menacing like. See it? It's right there. Pretty sure I ended up fixing those, but now I'm not sure. It wants me to go outside. No. We have other stuff to do here, pretty sure. What are you guarding this area for? Doesn't seem to be anything over here for you guys to be guarding. Okay then. Guess there was.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
Here's our...
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
I don't blame you. It's kind of weird in here. Creepy places. Creepy.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Oh, I don't have enough intelligence for that.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Which is what I did last time.
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts.
I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. Glad we see eye to eye.
Sure.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Sure.
Thank you.
Bye.
If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Oh man. Here we go. Leaving the safety of the town. Moving on. Take what I don't have to do things to. Oh, right. Okay, so I'm out here right now. Give me all things. Man, I just don't want to fucking open lockpicked items. My log Shiva. Lockpicking skills aren't quite out. Right. See, I technically haven't actually unlocked it. Now I have. That's useful. Where's my intelligence? It was shitty. Apparently. Oh, good lord. I just didn't put enough into my intelligence. It's fun. Okay. Looks good to me. Location hit effects. Hitting enemies in different locations during it maims or cripples those body parts. Oh! I think I actually ended up ever using that. You unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Cool.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
It's not good news.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses.
I guess so.
You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Hey.
It is indeed, and I will thank you to hand it here. You got some quick eyes, what with detecting my carefully hidden cache. Resistance could use your talents. The war, the coming apocalypse, man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Lies. Lies.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be?
It's Alex Jones.
Cowering beneath your cot?
The
Or
answer
standing
is just that it's
shoulder
Alex
to
Jones.
shoulder with the resistance?
Sure.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's chaw, a few bit cards. I'll reward you
Give
for
me the
your aid.
om-noms.
Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Give me that money.
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. The scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Sure.
Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Bye. You are an annoying person. Bye. Okay, sorry, I did not mean to sneak there. So usually I go out the other exit, but I completely forgot about it this time. And we're going this way instead.
Heads down. Here we go! No messes.
You did not piss off anyone else. Van Acker, Spacer's Choice Anthologist, is assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study Petore mating habits. The female Petores leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects. Typically something shiny or bright. Are they dragons? Then they build displays of these objects and perform what I can only describe as a dance for an audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site. And don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistants. Your dead assistants. The very dead assistant. Oh my god, stop. Isn't this weird chalice? Here's our very confused.
Aw, he ain't no threat. But I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the way.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
I don't reckon Jeremy understands the concept of trade.
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice family is the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
I'll be going now.
Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
You should name it Jeremy. Likes the ammos. We like the ammo. We also like taking things from people who aren't here. And maybe dead. I mean, while, so are they not here? Ooh, pristine. Pristine means it's worth more money. Oh, nothing in him. Or him. But there we go. I had some stuff in it. That's good enough for me. Alright, anybody this way? Nay? Okay. Continue this way then. Okay, so if I recall, I don't really want to go the way that I'm going, the way that I'm going. That sentence made no sense, I am so sorry. What I was trying to say is that I want to go this way. Okay, I swear to God, there should be some enemy out here. A little weirded out by the fact that I don't see an enemy out here. Okay. Is it here? Sounds like it. I know I'm picking up a lot of stuff and I have a weight limit, but I can sell stuff that I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna use, so. Do I want to hack that? Like, I don't have a lot of stuff for that right now. Don't think you get it back for any specific reason. Again, I don't really remember. I think I'm gonna light up and I walk over here. No. Heck yeah. That's nice. Oh, fine.
Great work.
So criminal. Such illegal. Maybe everything in here. And this one. Thank you. Ooh, shot cannon. Can't open either of those. Well, I guess that was worth it. That place is locked. Intriguing.
That was quick.
Because apparently I didn't need to do much. Oh, I'm getting a lot of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. So. Okay. Yeah. Salt tuna, salt tuna. Which basically just sounds like salty tuna. Tuna's already kind of salty. I say as a person who adds a lot of salt to my tuna. See, I swear to God, there was the one of those like purple pink things that I shot. Oh no, it's these guys. Okay, okay. So got the sawed-off shotgun and then a shock cannon and then Pavardi. Yeah. That's better than what I got. Oh my god, I haven't done any of this. Tech skills plus 5, tech skills plus 5. Cool. Oh. Okay. Alright. Honestly die by fucking up here, but I hope I don't. Still haven't even changed my weapon once. Cool, I didn't die. Now, what might kill me is this guy, I think.
Here we go!
It wasn't the best, but it worked. Okay. Now this little camp, besides those two assholes, I swear to God, has somebody else that has a big weapon. Pretty sure there's more of those assholes over here. Yeah. Look at that asshole right there. Oh, and there's somebody up here. Okay. Yeah, they're protecting this little area right here. Are you complaining? What are you complaining about? Oh, that's shitty. Fuck me. Okay. Excuse you. How am I supposed to... I find this weird. think that was the guy from upstairs. I guess we'll find out. Oh, cool.
Easy.
Oh, I definitely need that. I don't have a helmet right now. You got tall, he's rude. Just pick everything. Thank you. Heck yes to those. Okay, now what did I pass going to kill the peasants? A tossball card. Please tell me that it was used later. I don't remember. Okay, let's go upstairs. Yeah, I think that was the guy. I'm pretty sure anyway. I don't know why I wouldn't have them. Ooh, ring. So useful. Yeah, it was the person standing up here. Cool. Alright. Fine. I'll pick up some more.
Oh, you got that?
Yes, I did. I did get that. Heck yeah, more assault rifle. Okay. Oh, fine.
That's the last of them.
Yay! Looking at my ammo while I'm shooting. Pointlessly. Residents never have anything on them. Because the marauders take it all. Like, marauders. Didn't I kill someone over here? Oh, okay. I'll leave that alone for a hot minute. I think I need like another level or two before I want to bother with it. But I could be wrong. Okay, coming up here. What do we got? Got more people? No? Okay. That feels wrong. Nobody's here either. It's kind of weird. Like, they're like, oh, deserters, but then there's houses out here. Okay, bitch. Getting so many health items that I may or may not ever end up using. Better to have them than not. And how many do you want? Ugh. Spaces Corona. Oh, here's another that would let me into that locked door. That is something to pick up. Kind of a weird spot. What is with everybody's files next to the toilet? I mean, I guess there's not cell phones. But still. Nope, wrong button. Weird that there wasn't anybody actually over there. Give me
Move along,
money.
stranger.
We don't want any trouble.
I don't think you understand. I'm here to help you.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I am looking for Adelaide.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
This one.
A Geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide.
Well, that's
if
why
you're gonna
I'm
start
here.
wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Yeah. Yes, I'll say this.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
This one.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone.
You're
Vale's
so
a wide
positive,
place.
Grace.
She could be anywhere.
I'll just
Could
be
do
dark.
without the gallows humor.
No. Bye. Gonna snoop through all the houses as I can. Free files? No. Anything that says, "Ah, yes, read me." No. What do you got to say about your life?
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
This one.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Loping off. What happened the day she disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
I am. I am a fixer, apparently. Also, that was the first question I fucking asked you, sir.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Oh, painful. Capitalism gone really, really far. Let's see here. What was that?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Oh, come on. Was there something else?
Hey, I got time.
Nah. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You guys got a lot of empty storage. I'm just gonna... Thanks. We all need this shit, so... Oh, shit, man. Page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick, everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little bit too much adrenotime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Fair. Very fair. Oh, here's another note. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everyone loves adrenatime. Even marauders, right? I got those odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some results. Oh, Zoe. Thanks, deserter, for opening the door. Ammo. Evil bats. No one saw that. Good. Oh. Ah. Pfft, I did that with the door fucking wide ass open. Ah, yes. The plants and the flowers and the things that work. Personal files. Hack. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational, mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of salt tuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple weeks, physically, spiritually. He's one of our flock now. Experimental notes. I am hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear and the soulless automation of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understood the horticulturists failed to produce a single viable crop, something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. Flora are living things as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, and inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I am sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Oh, party. I think I need that flywheel at some point, but I don't remember why. Okay, nothing else in here. But our goal is right there.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Oh, Pavardi.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Adelaide.
I
have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
The strange old lady who
Excuse
keeps
me,
flowers.
Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made yourself the home.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Well, I'm supposed to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
That one.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
He wants the power, man.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his
I didn't.
plans?
I said I make no promises.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime
There's a
of
lot
service
to
to that
this.
odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've
Why?
seen that miserable excuse for a town with
Basically,
your
I
own
just thought,
labs.
why?
Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I didn't do that last time. I think I'm going to do that this time. I will consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
And the reason that I'm like that about it is a spoiler.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
And I don't think I finished his mission.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great,
Oh,
just
Thomas.
great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
I could help.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
I have one of them.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy.
There's one.
Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Well, I have one of them. Actually, yeah.
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
Well, I have one of them.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
I don't remember where the third is. I remember one is definitely in the community center. I'll find it.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
You're so welcome.
In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
The off chance. We'll keep looking.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
What else?
What's on your mind?
What else? How long have you been
Couple
here?
months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
Why were
We
you in
all
the
left the
wilderness?
cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence.
I think I picked the most common eye color.
I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Bye. Are hostile, but your reputation doesn't kill on sight. Oh, that's good to know. What's in here? No. I don't want to take theirs. Like, I just straight up don't want to take theirs. Sir? Sir, are you okay? I'm gonna vote you're not okay. Do you need help? Oh, I think you need some help. You made it so I can't steal anything from in here, dude. Rude. Oh man. All the places that want pics, and I don't really have any right now. It's just so creepy. Okay, so what do we have for our missions? Oh, I've collected everyone's fees. Okay, cool. I think we're gonna go back that way. I don't know. Explore a little bit. Gotta be stuff this way. Oh, heck yeah. Some losers. Where's the other guy? Oh, there's a couple of them. Yeah. Something.
You're fast.
Is loud. Very loud environmental sound. Or am I just like pissing something off? Walking anywhere near it. It might be the second thing. Alright, what am I walking towards now? I do recall there being a bit to this little tiny planet. Jeez. Ooh. There's a bunch of people here. I pissed them all off. Fuck you.
That's the last of them.
I didn't do that great. Already probably almost died on me. It wasn't the best of jobs. It was a job, but it wasn't the best of them.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Well, I'm here now. I think this is where Zoe is. This is like a town. Parts. Parts. Everybody. Yep, that's Zoe.
What's that noise?
Stand and deliver! Always wanted to say that.
Huh? Ow. Where'd he go? Oh. That sucked ass. Do I need to like... Okay, so I don't think I have actually used this one before. Why am I still encumbered? Am I not encumbered anymore? Okay. I feel better.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Zoe.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
Okay, what?
I'm great at clarifying.
Were you alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle
Such
of
a nice
life are
question to ask.
mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
Or the fact that you're literally a female? I guess. As depressing as that is to say out loud. But seriously.
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
So you're not a prisoner?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
Why'd you leave?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse. I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
We were stuck, specifically. Something else.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I was sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Are you sure about that?
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the Masked Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Bye. That's great. Okay. So I cleared out your assholes. I think. Mostly cleared out, at least. Oh. Really? Give me the foods and the monies. And the fridge, really. Dervish mist. Oh yeah, there's like a drug problem out in the middle of nowhere in space. Thug kid, really? Why is that a word in this game? Anything worth jumping on? No? Okay. My aim's not the best, but it's not the worst. Let's be real. The red light I thought was like a... You could enter here. No, it's just the sun setting. Cigarette lighter. Some more parts. It's behind door number whatever. A bypass shunt. Really, just one. Just one bypass shunt. Two. Two bypass shunts. I don't know, I still gotta find that route. I didn't do this. for reference. Man, I thought there was a way to do something about that, but I am incorrect, apparently. Seriously, I don't walk around like this. There we go. That's better. I think this one is the one with the book? And there's primals that way, yeah. I am not strong enough to kill the behemoth yet. You know what, while I'm thinking about it, ow, oh geez, my foot is numb. Oh, it is so numb. Turn off my phone for a little bit. I can't check chat for a little bit, sorry. It's kind of dying on me. In pain. Do what I want. It's here. Nah, maybe. Yeah, give me some XP from that. Thanks. Cool. Oh, wait, no. Not done. Alright, so this says 9 armor with 5 tech skill. Put helmet on. Okay, Bavardi needs something better than what she's wearing. So 7 with 5 tech skill. Well, you need a helmet at least. There we go. Now we look like a pair of buddies. Just some good old pals. I like wearing the same style of clothes. Takes more than my aim does. Oh my god, my aim. Oh, sorry. Hey. Oh, look, it's the old cannery. Give me the stuff. Give me the stuff. Give me all the stuff. Oh shit! Now I'm encumbered.
Yeah, huh? That's on account of how I never met her.
Oh, apparently I have something to talk about. How is that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. The contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of
so
crazy
inhumane.
math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Very much like a puppy. He's very head over heels.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those
I'm
data
gonna need
pads
coffee
he wants.
soon.
I'd like to do that for him. You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean?
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
You say now.
In a jiff.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of stuff on me, apparently. It's probably this section. And I don't really want to be walking slow. Ugh. That's actually a little annoying. Let's see what happens. There's a workbench in here. It'd be nice if there was a workbench in here. Clement, I find I must disagree with your theories about the Earth Directorate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies in the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate was around to regulate trade and settle disputes. Do you think the corporations would accept the mandated inclusion of an Earth Minister if they just had a choice in the matter? Jefferson, of course I'd never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit upon which humankind truly thrives is to be found out here among the furthest colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. Oh my goodness, my stomach is begging me to take a food break. A food coffee break. Collector's letter. I just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate the Edgewater Cannery effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center. Something rare memorabilia, but scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. I don't want those books moldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed them all away in a cave over by the river. Thanks for my clue. Just gonna make myself heavier. Already over encumbered. I don't think there's gonna be a workbench up here. I think I'm gonna be over encumbered walking. For a little bit. But it's stuff I need. Okay, I got my important info. I cannot run. Every time I open a door, I just fully expect there to be more marauders. This place has been fucking emptied. I haven't even been here. Rude. Fucking thieves. I gotta slow walk all the way back. looks like I should be good just to walk there, but that doesn't mean anything all the time. Oh, those are on fire. Walking, 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 walking all the time. Oh, gross. Yeah, this is where I had the shootout earlier. I actually don't remember if enemies reload. I think they do, but I think you have to like walk in and out of the building. I'm not actually 100% confident on what you're supposed to do to get things to happen. I think you can hear that I need more coffee. I feel like I can hear that I need more coffee. And a snack. I think it's yelling at me about my armor. Got overbearing and armor warnings. Okay, we've made it back into safety, so I'm gonna do that coffee run. I will be right back.